My name is Sarah Samir, and I am 24 years old. Currently living in Bet Jala, and I was born in Bet Jala, but wasn't raised here. And I am a musician, an artist, and just another spirit. Both my parents are Egyptians. They left Egypt. My father was a journalist and a poet, a writer. And I think he's gotten into some trouble in Egypt because of the material he put out. So he had to escape it. And finally happened what happened, and they found themselves here. They had to give up their Egyptian identity, and they received an Israeli one. They gave my parents an Arab name. They changed their names from Sarhan to Samir. So my father became from Nabi Sarhan, he became Joseph Samir. And my mother, which is Nabawiya Ibrahim Musa, became Lily Samir. Go figure it. And that's the name I was born with, Sarah Samir. Yeah, so make hummus, not walls. That's a good one. And here's Alice in Wonderland with her permission to go through the door, which is also a great one. I feel like I am completely not involved in the conflict. And on some level, a part of me believes that I'm not even Israeli or Palestinian. I can barely call myself that. Sometimes, we would say I'm Egyptian because my parents, they come from Egypt. Even though I was born in Israel, but in a part that is now Palestinian. Over the years, everything has changed, so the correct terms are non-existent in a way, because I'm not Palestinian technically. I'm not really Israeli in the Israel government eyes. I'm kind of an Arab with benefits. Yeah, so for me, the whole identity thing is a big blank space where there are no words, no description, no terms to be used. Just, me, Sarah, a female, went through this and that, and I cannot also take one side either, because I see the conflict from a very, very rational point of view, because I feel that I don't belong here, on some level, even though I was born here, that's exactly the issue, the identity crisis I have. I cannot really say, yeah, I root for this side or I root for the other side. I think both sides have made mistakes and both sides want to live a happy life. So let me give you an example. If I get out from here through the checkpoint, I have to pretend like I have an Arab accent, because if they hear an Israeli accent, for example, they immediately would check me and ask questions and so on, just to get from Palestine to Israel. But when I come inside Palestine, I have to cross as an Israeli. So if I speak across the checkpoint and speak in Arabic to them, they will stop me. And, so I think so far I've been kind of switching from one identity to the other. Whenever I drive here, there is this sense of calmness. You enter Palestine and it's like there is a certain vibration that stops. I don't know, like the city movement and all that. Even though it's like there's a big mess, no sidewalks, cars doing whatever and all that, but there's no control, there's no patrol usually. And the people are, in their own business, Nobody's giving a shit if there's a red or green light. Gonna make sure there's nobody, and, it's like, it's more of a village kind of feeling in a city. It's a big difference than, for example, Tel Aviv or Jerusalem, where you can really, you get out of the house and you feel the pace of everything going like, tack, tack, tack. Tons of people, traffic, all these rules that you have to bend to, Here, there is more freedom. You don't have is a lot of money, so the streets and the stores and everything is quite simple. People are leading a simpler life. In cities like, Tel Aviv or Haifa or all this, they're much richer. I feel more free here, and this is the main reason I'm still here, still living here. I don't really have a dating life. I think I've been on 3 official dates in my life. Like for example, if I would go to a pub in Jerusalem, some of my friends, I know a lot of people, I'm involved in the music, scene of Jerusalem. So people know my face, they know my name. Very few of them knows my story. So we would meet, we would drink, and then, I would meet a guy or a man or whatever you want to call them. And they would show interest, so, we would schedule to meet again, and then at some point comes the inevitable question, where do I live, or where's your exotic look from? You look Brazilian, you look, Latin or something like that, and I tell them I'm Egyptian, and then they say, wow, Egyptian, wow, and then they furrow their eyebrow and say, but Jewish Egyptian, right? And I say, no, I'm not religious. But you are Jewish, right? I said, no, I'm not. What are you? What am I? I'm Sarah. Hi, I'm a person. Nice to meet you. And he's like, no, I mean, what are you? You're asking for my religion? I told you I'm not religious. So what are your parents? And I said, well, my parents, they practice Islam. But not really, I don't know. It's kind of, yeah, we are Muslim, but what does that mean? And the minute they understand that I am not Jewish, I'm Arab, that's how they categorize it. Okay, so she's Arab, she's Muslim Arab, and she lives in the West Bank, Palestinian territories, meaning, and the few times that happened, the immediate reaction was, okay, very nice to meet you, but good luck, And with the other side here, the Palestinians, they would offer me to marry them in a gas station, somebody just coming to my window and saying, hey, would you marry me? And I'm like, with my broken Arabic, I tell them, hey, listen, I don't know you. Who are you? What's the deal? And I'm not really looking to marry anybody. And he's like, what do you mean? You are not getting any younger. Don't you want to have a family? Don't you want to have a man? And I said, yeah, I want those things, but not because I have to, but only because I find the right partner for that. And they don't understand what I mean. I remember coming to live here, that I was driving in the car, and all the time I had the thought, oh my God, I'm here near Arabs, and they're gonna recognize that I'm not from here, that I'm Israeli, and they're gonna break the windshields, and they're gonna kill me and rape me. That's the thought I had. And I'm Arab. And I drove, and I would lock the cars of the doors, and I would bring the window up. And bit by bit, I realized that it was everything was just in my head. And with time, the windows came down, the locks, I opened the locks, and I started just trusting the universe. I have some friends that I've invited to come here, and I would never invite anybody knowing that there is a major risk for their life, And they only fear entering here because they are Israelis, because of this stupid sign that is not even correct, I wish they would take a chance, they would trust me, their Arab friend, to take care of them and want their, to enrich their world rather than bring them here and kill them, So they put these fences, they put these laws, they scare you in the media like shit, like they tell you, if you go near Arabs and you speak Hebrew or they recognize that you are Jewish, you would be killed. And this is complete nonsense. All of the people I know, all of them, no exception. If you are good to them, they will be good to you as well. And I say this from my own experience. Here I'm a rare bird, just like I am in Israel, meaning here I also don't fit in the community. And for some people, they perceive me as Jewish, as Israeli. Even if it's not true, they perceive me as Jewish Israeli. But they still sell me fruits and vegetables. They still treat me with respect. They give me the same prices, the same treatment. once you're good to people, they'll be good to you. And this is like an iron rule, in my opinion, and it applies everywhere in the whole world. Yeah. So just come with good intention, come with love, cross the borders, get to know the people on the other side.
I want to be like falling rain, washing down the fears and the pain, wash it all